It's a terrible football show. What do you expect?
I want whatever you guys are smoking right now.
OH!
Oh, baby, yeah!
Just in my brain, it just makes so much sense.
You have no quarterback. You're going to need some punters.
Welcome to a terrible football show!
That's my quarterback and my teammate, man.
Ruins my holiday every damn year.
They draft Xavier Worthy. What the? Wide receiver from Texas.
Hamster.
Bears pick his in.
What?
Bears pick his in.
No! Jerry Jones, what are you doing? Oh, man.
If it's Toledo, I'm drawing the best damn rocket there is out there.
Excuse me. I don't even think that's PG.
Tell my HR director about this show. He's going to listen to it.
We're getting sued again, boys. This show's so bad, we almost got sued once, we might get almost sued again.
Listen, guys, this is a terrible football show where everybody may be good at nothing, but we are terrible at everything.
Yeah, he's successful at just giving his terrible opinions, so why can't I? Terrible football show after all. Welcome to a terrible football show. I'm Alex Light with Sparky3. Hopefully you are having a phenomenal day today. Welcome to the worst show on the internet. We are incredibly unprofessional, a weak shit show. But hey, on the bright side, oh yeah, we're all over 5'5", baby. Let's roll. I got my boy here in the studio with me. We got Tyler, who gets goosebumps every time he drinks water, apparently. I just found that out. How you doing?
They're going away a little bit.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting thing. He just drank a bottle of room temperature water and got full goosebumps. Yeah, don't know how that works. He's an interesting fella. But, you know, we also have another interesting fella in this show, a guy whose takes are so hot they could set the world on fire. You want to talk about 115-degree heat sometimes? What this man brings to the table is a lot worse than that, legend. And we got to have our own referee and our own coach. Excuse the poor look of the Discord because I'm lazy, and that's the best I've got. We got Ricky. Buddy, how you doing?
I'm actually doing very well, and speaking of hot takes, I cannot wait to get to NFL whenever we do NFL, because I have a very, very hot take for the NFL this year. So much that you guys are probably going to want to kick me off the show.
Okay, all right. Make note, Ricky might be gone after next week. That's a legit thing that might happen. We'll see. No, very excited for today, though, and next week. Today is conference predictions. We are doing all 10 conferences today for our winners. Maybe we'll see Jacob. I guess we'll find out. And we'll do NFL next week, so we're going to do all 8 divisions next week. I know in years prior, we've always broken up the 2 conferences as 2 separate episodes. We're doing everything next week. And then the week after that, we are back on full slate, because I think after that, it's like week 0 would have already happened. We're getting ready for week 1 of college. A lot of good stuff happening. And honestly, really excited for this show and where we're taking the show. The boys and I, obviously, we did no summer episodes. This is the first episode back. We are back to the weekly format and cannot wait to kind of show the world what we've been working on. You know, and for me personally, I don't know if all the boys feel the same as me. This episode almost feels like a clean slate. Feels like we're back to season 1 vibes in a way. Like, this is kind of a clean slate. We have a new way that we're approaching the show, a more timed way to kind of challenge us and make us be the best version of ourselves each and every week with the different topics we're going to present, how we're going to present them, and we're going to kind of implement that here today. Where for all of our conference predictions, it's almost going to be like a speed run in a way. You know, we're going to have time to talk about stuff, but we're not going to take 30 minutes, on a single conference, right? We're going to really try to keep up the pace and.
Except the MAC.
Well, the MAC is the MACtion, so I mean they get a full hour in my opinion. So I mean it's exciting here. We're pumped up for what's going to come for the future, and thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. We'll make sure to give some ad shout outs throughout the show, as well as ATFS is a Patreon now, so shout out to that. If you want to, for whatever reason, support this terrible show, this a very unprofessional weak shit show, the Patreon is down below, and we'd appreciate their support. But by all means, you can think of I'm telling you, 40 million different ways to spend $5 a month. But for whatever reason, if you want to give us $5 a month, you know what? We might make it an okay time for you. You might get a laugh out of it. So you can spend $5 for a laugh. Seems like a good trade-off to me.
Maybe 2 laughs.
Maybe 2 if we're feeling spicy. So anyway, no, very excited to jump into things today. So let's not waste any more time. It's conference predictions time, boys. We got 10 conferences to run through. It's going to be quite the journey. So the plan is we're going to try, keyword try, air quotes, try to keep it like five minutes per conference. It's about 50 minutes here of predictions, kind of going through the whole thing. thing. So like, comment, subscribe. Let's jump into it. Let's kick things off with the Big 10. I was going to pass this to Jacob. Where you at, buddy? You're good, brother. But hey, we do got another Big 10 fan here in the studio. Tyler, Penn State, your conference, your team. How you feeling? How we feeling about Penn State? How we feeling about the Big 10? Who's walking away with the Big 10 title? What's going on? What's popping?
Well, the clear answer is obviously Penn State.
All right, yeah, so wrap it up.
Because James Franklin can't win the big game, so he might as well just win the whole big.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Just win the whole big.
Yeah, the whole thing. Got it.
And since Jacob's here, my prediction for Ohio State, 0-12.
Oh, so, I love it. I love it. 0-12 Buckeyes. Lock it in.
He should have showed up. They would have been 1-11 with the Penn State.
Yeah. He would have got one out of you. He got one. So, I mean, that's not bad. Okay.
I mean, Drew's coming back. He's getting his running backs back, which is solid.
Fair.
Losing his tight end, but you're gaining a lot more better receivers. So, hey,
right.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's ride.
No, I mean, that is the one plus with Penn State is that you guys have so much returning talent.
Yep.
And that's how I feel about some other teams with other conferences is that I look at the returning talent of these teams and other conferences and that's how it's like, man, that's just really promising season. And that's how I feel with Penn State right now. Because I feel the same way for me. I got Penn State winning the Big Ten with an 11-1 record. The only loss is to Ohio State, but I've got Ohio State dropping a couple games, honestly. Yep. Jacob was not too pleased to hear that when I kind of spoiled it for him, but I did have 3 losses chalked up for Ohio State. I will say, when I say 3 losses, one of them is a shot in the dark, random Russian roulette, random game in the season they'll get upset on. The other 2 are kind of okay, yeah, these kind of make sense. You know what I mean? Ricky, what about you? Where are you feeling on the Big Ten? Who's going to win the Big Ten this year?
So I actually have a 3-way tie for the Big Ten this year, and I think a lot of it has to deal with the fact is that you have some very, very interesting storylines that are going to go through this year. Yes, Penn State's having a lot of talent return. Penn State, this could be outright Penn State's season to finally get over that hump.
Sure.
But as you and I both know, we do have it is James Franklin. As much as I love James Franklin, I think he's one of the greatest coaches in college. It just does seem like some of the big ones he cannot win. And I do have them losing to Ohio State. That is the one loss that I do have them losing. I have Ohio State also going 11-1, even though on their schedule I could see a potential 3 losses. One being to Texas. But I have them beating Texas. I don't think Texas offensively is going to be ready for that defense, because if you look at the returning lineup for Ohio State, the core of their defense is coming back, and they're going to be really, really good. That's going to be their bread and butter. They're going to have to break in a new quarterback, which they're usually already breaking a new quarterback. Gentlemen, the 3rd-way tie is going to be Illinois. Illinois has the 2nd most production coming back in the entire NCAA. They have the most production coming back from the Big Ten, and a majority of those players are their core players that they need to really run the table again. The only head-scratcher that I have with Illinois is Brett Bielema, because a lot of the time, because if I go back to Brett Bielema in the SEC, the times he had this talent, he didn't do anything with them. And so that is the big head scratcher. When I look at Illinois' schedule, though, gentlemen, Illinois has a very, very easy schedule, I would say, up until USC, because USC is going to be pretty tough, because they're all, even though it's a home game, it's going to be pretty tough. I actually have Illinois beating Ohio State, because I do believe that offensive production they have coming back is going to be able to find a way to beat Ohio State at home. The only loss I do have is Illinois on the road against Wisconsin toward the end of the season. Like I said before, I think after Ohio State, with the exception of Wisconsin, they have a pretty good coastal way. But I will say this much. Don't sleep on Rutgers, because Rutgers is going to be very good this year. I think you're going to see
told
a very
you
big
that
production
earlier.
From this year, I think you're going to see them have a productive year, sort of to what we saw with Vanderbilt last year. But I think Rutgers' offense is going to be way better than Vanderbilt's offense was last year. So that is who I have. I have a 3-way tie between Illinois, Ohio State, and Penn State.
So I'm glad you shout out Illinois, because that was one of the teams that I was going to shout out if everyone hammered the same teams. And I've been telling Tyler about it for days, that I've been so high on this Illinois team and what Big Bert Billy is bringing to the table. I like what he's bringing to the table. He had the boys rolling last year. He has 16 starters returning. He has his entire offensive line returning. Wide receiver could be an issue, especially losing Pat Bryant.
19.
But Oh, 19 starters. All right, I was off by a little bit. But, I mean, we got a lot of starters returning. I think there's 2 potential losses with Ohio State and Wisconsin, but I can also see those coming out on dubs. Illinois is 1,000% a team you need to watch for in the Big Ten that could make some serious noise. I think Michigan could also make some noise. They got hot at the end of the season last year, even after a rough start. So that is a team that could also have some work rolling with them. They got 3 offensive line starters back, good running back duo. And honestly, same thing with Oregon, man. Oregon is one that can still, ready to get out there and do it. But I like Penn State, I like Illinois, and honestly, I like Michigan. Those are the 3 that I like the most over in the Big Ten.
So I have a hot take about Oregon. I don't even have Oregon making a bowl game this year.
Really? Oh, that is a hot take, brother.
Yep, I don't have them making a bowl game this year.
Wow. Okay. All right. That is a hot take right there.
Is COVID 2.0 going to happen?
Yeah. All right. We need to make note of that one. Jacob, if you're listening to the show, put it on the board. Ricky doesn't have Oregon making a bowl game. Let's put it on the board. Hey, shout out to Chad and chat. Let's hop over to the SEC, shall we? Dogs on top, he says. Is that true? Is that the fact? Is it, in fact, dogs on top for the SEC? That is the ultimate question. Oh, okay. The other dogs on top. Okay. The other dogs on top.
Texas A&M?
The Aggies, okay. All right, we rolling. Yeah. All right.
I can't think of another dog.
Is it the dogs though? Is the dogs going to be? Are they going to do this thing? They obviously have some question marks. The interesting thing about the SEC and all the teams in there, like all the teams that are going to be in the running, every single one of them has a question mark. Some has bigger question marks than others. So, like an example of Georgia, I think their question marks are a lot smaller. But everyone that's going to be in the running has question marks. Ricky, who do you have coming out on top for the SEC right now?
So this one was tough for me because a lot of it just has to deal with the talent that's coming back in the SEC, which a lot of the SEC teams are kind of mid between that 6 to 8 starters that are returning. I think Alabama's got quite a bit coming back. A lot of it, their core on the defense. And then Texas A&M, who has one of the most productive teams coming back this year. They're probably going to be one that's going to be up there as well. I feel like Alabama's schedule favors them to go undefeated. I really do. And one of the things that I will point out, Kevin DeBoer, even though I did not like the hire, I will still defend that I did not like the hire. If you look at his resume, the second year he comes with magic, and magic usually happens with him in his career when it comes to that. Texas A&M, on the other hand, I think has the easiest SEC schedule that could make them go undefeated, at least for a conference standpoint. Even though they do have to go to LSU, Texas A&M usually has very good success against LSU, and I think LSU is going to be one of those mid teams. And they also have to go to Texas, which that's a coin toss because it's one of those that I guess you could consider an in-state rivalry that's not really much of a rivalry unless you just go back to the Big 12 days. And so even though they do have to go on the road for those 2 games, the rest of the games are cakewalk for Texas A&M. I do have Texas A&M going 8-0 in the conference, as well as Alabama. I have Georgia losing 2 games this year. I don't know if Georgia is going to be able to get over the offensive hump as much as that. Defensively, they're going to be fine. It's can they score without a proven quarterback? Because even Kirby Smart was kind of iffy when it came to their quarterback this year. So I'm not really hot on Georgia right now. I think a lot of it is just the respect that they have. But one other thing that you could even say, Tennessee has a lot of question marks. Florida's going to be really good, but Florida probably has the toughest schedule that we've ever seen in the entire history of football when it comes to their schedule playing, even though they're going to be pretty good. South Carolina, I have them winning 8 games, but I could also see them falling to that 7 or 6 win mark because their production coming back isn't as good as some of the others that are coming back. But I do have Alabama and Texas A&M once again with the tie, just because based on their schedule.
Yeah, so for me, I've actually got it as like a 4-way running. I've got Georgia in the mix of this. I could see a couple L's, but I've only got them with 1, and that is to Texas. So 11-1 for Georgia for me. I think Gunner's going to be a little bit of a question mark, but I think Gunner can also out there and just sling the thing. I mean, he's got the name Gunner after all. What are we even talking about? I think Alabama is going to be an interesting one to watch, man. DeBoer, he hired his Washington play caller, Ryan Grubb, so that's going to be one that can maybe help this offense roll a little bit better. The QB is a question mark, but obviously they have a top wide receiver core and they have a strong foundation with the pieces that are returning for the offensive line. Texas is one that I just have winning the SEC at this time, but it's one of those things that Texas could go 12-0, Texas could go 10-2, right? Because I think there's a lot of tough battles to be had in this, and I actually like what LSU is bringing to the table. I mean, I got LSU that could win. I think they could potentially win 10 games this year. You do bring up some good points with Texas A&M. I mean, their schedule is one that's going to really favor them, and we see that with some other teams in other conferences. But personally, I like Texas, man. I think we're about to really see that Arch is that dude who's about to terrorize us at the college and the professional level for the next 20 years. So let's go. I mean, I'm not a Texas guy, horns down, but that's just what I see going. Tyler, what about you?
Yeah, Texas is going to win. So it's unfortunate Buffalo doesn't need a quarterback because I would definitely take Arch.
So you could terrorize the NFL for 20 years?
Oh, facts.
I mean,
we're going to do it anyway. But
you can still try it with Josh Allen. You'll be all right.
He could be our backup.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay. All right. That's some
since everybody
fighting
picks
words, Lord.
Yeah, since everybody picking Texas, I'm going to highlight a couple teams. First off, Florida. No excuses. Graham Mertz is gone. You can't cry about your quarterback no more, okay? It's DJ
I feel like
Lagway.
there's some shots fired there.
Hey, it is what it is, man. Graham Mertz was a solid quarterback. It does not matter if you don't like the way he looks, okay? DJ Lagway, you got no excuse, okay? No excuses, but they better win. They better beat Long Island. How about that? They better beat Long Island.
Okay.
Because that's the toughest team on their schedule. That's some nice water, ain't it?
That is some nice water. I got goosebumps now.
Yeah. Tennessee, they traded their quarterback to UCLA. So
Oh, in a trade, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Joey, you better do something.
Yep.
Let me get to my team now. I only have one SEC team, and this is compliments of Chad for letting me find this one team.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Chad.
So the number one Bulldogs team in the SEC is Mississippi State, right? That is the only Bulldogs team. I appreciate you, Chad. So Blake Shapen, you better get to cooking, man, because your backup is a former Florida State quarterback, and it's only downhill from there. And Devin Booth, you better get to cooking and last longer than 20 rushes, because he was out for season for me on the college game. He had 4 touchdowns, though. Hey, give me 4 touchdowns to start the year.
Okay. All right.
They're going to win how many games I pick? They're going to win 4 games.
4 games for the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
0 in the SEC.
Yeah, there you go.
What's their saying? It just means more.
It just means more. There you go. Hey, there's nothing wrong with highlighting some other teams. That's what we need to do. We here to have a good time.
I love Mississippi State, man.
There you go. Hey,
Appreciate that, Chad.
nothing wrong with that, brother. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, I do want to give one shout out before we move over to the ACC. I'm hoping, and Ricky, I'm joining forces with you. I'm hoping for the best out of Vandy, and I'm not hoping the best out of Vandy for football reasons. There are some very legitimate reasons why I'm pulling for Vandy as a program. So let's get it. Let's go Vandy. Let's do something. Now, you're not winning a natty, but let's pump the brakes on that. Let's pump the brakes on that, buddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's pump the brakes on that one, buddy. But you know what? Hey, shout out to Vandy. All right.
So hang on, Tyler.
What's popping?
This Mississippi State's not winning 4 games. Let's
Dude,
get that.
They're
let's
winning
get that
7,
away.
right?
They're winning. They're
might
winning
win.
all 12.
I have them winning 3. They might win 2. Northern Illinois might beat them. I'm just giving you.
So
a
you're
heads up.
saying they're going to go
Northern
12-0.
Illinois might beat them. Arizona State is going to dog smack Mississippi State in
Whoa.
the second week.
Hey.
It's going to
Whoa.
happen. They're not.
Hey.
Mississippi State's not
Hey.
winning more
Hey,
than 3
them
games.
cowbells are loud, man.
That's true.
There's some loud cowbells.
That's true.
Now watch the.
Give
If
a
they,
crap. I don't care about the Cowboys. I don't care if they let a herd of cows onto the field. Arizona State's getting that dub. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Well, I'll also say Starkville stinks. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I've been there. I've
That is
stayed
true.
there. Starkville stinks. All right, we can all agree to that one at least. Starkville stinks. Not a great place. Been there, done that. Let's move on. Let's head over to the ACC. This one is actually a very interesting one because I feel like, honestly, I could be on a little bit of an island here, but like, I don't know, boys. I think me personally, and this is why the beauty of everyone having their own opinions, I think Clemson's back, brother. I do. I really do. I mean, like, I think they've had some tough games they got to go up against, right? You know, as of right now, when I look at their schedule, I'm gonna be honest, hot take, I got them going 12-0, brother. But it's gonna be a very close, razor thin 12-0, very close. I mean, you have possible losses to LSU. Honestly, don't doubt the Tar Heels here. They have a possible loss to SMU, possible loss to Louisville, and even a possible loss to South Carolina, the Gamecocks, baby. But right now, man, I think it's legitimately possible. Cade had a really great year last year, and we're set to just continue to get better. Clemson has arguably the best wide receiver trio in the country. Arguably, there's obviously a lot of contenders there. We got some studs back on the defense, man. I think this is a team that could really run the table, especially when I look at the landscape of the ACC. SMU, they did wonderful things last year. People are expecting it now. I still think SMU is going to be in play, but they're expecting this now. Last year, they caught them off guard. Louisville, I think, is going to still be in play. Of course, one of my teams, Miami, is going to be in play, but as far as I'm concerned, they can go 0-12, and it's whatever. I mean, I think Carson Beck's a stooge. But in true Miami fashion, I think Miami is going to drop a couple games. It's just in true Miami fashion. I got Miami going 10-2. I got Louisville potentially going 9-3, and SMU potentially going 9-3. And I got the Tar Heels as one going 8-4 right now. Tar Heels is one that could be really interesting to watch because I know it's like, don't want to buy into the hype of Bill Belichick, but it's Bill freaking Belichick, right? He's running this thing like an NFL program. I'm just saying, I could see Tar Heels getting in with 8 wins. They could go less. I mean, they could end up with 5 wins for the year. But right now 8-4 is what I got for Tar Heels, and who knows, maybe more. Tyler, what about you?
Yeah, I didn't pick a winner because the true winner of the ACC is Florida State, and
All right,
that's
stop.
all you need to know.
Stop.
So I just highlighted my teams.
Stop.
I just highlighted my teams, Doc. Okay. Hey, Florida State is going to win the ACC.
Relax.
Anybody but Bill
Relax.
Belichick, okay? Anybody but Bill. I do want North Carolina to succeed, though.
Okay.
But that's just because I want Steve as their coach. But, yeah, I highlighted Wake Forest and Virginia Tech for 2 reasons.
What?
Hey, dude, this is my show, man. What are you doing? This is my time to talk. Okay? Calm it. The best football movie outside of Rudy is The Fifth Quarter and is highlighted based on Wake Forest player.
You are just delivering bad take after bad take right now.
That's what I do, man. That's what I do.
Rudy's not even the best football movie.
That is a lie.
That is.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Dude, y'all are just some haters, man. Rudy was okay. Rudy might not have been over 5'5", so I feel you on that. So, what was he, like 5'3"?
Something like that. Anyway.
Okay, so, side tangent. Wake Forest. Okay, Wake Forest they've been terrible here recently. Okay, a bunch of fours, but before that they were cooking. So they're due to get to cooking, man.
Okay.
They're thawing their meat right now.
Ooh. We like thawing meat. We like thawing meat around here.
Yeah, so I got them going 7-5, 3-5 in conference. I don't feel like looking at their things. The other team is Virginia Tech because they got it on the game now, and I love Brent Pry. I love them former Penn State assistant coaches outside of one. Not gonna name his name, but Virginia Tech solid. They need to get to cooking though, because he's gonna get fired if he does not get at least 9 wins. Sucks for him. He's getting 7. But he's going to keep his job. Consistency, man. James Franklin, consistency.
Yeah, consistent. Okay. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. That's what we want to hear.
Literally 5'6", 6'7". Okay, 3'8", 7'6", 6'7".
All right.
Hey, consistent.
All right.
That's all we need.
That's all we need is consistency, just like the consistency of Ricky's take here. Ricky, what do you got? Who's winning the ACC?
Florida State.
Wow.
So for starters, Wake Forest is one of the worst teams in the ACC.
Whoa,
they're going to continue to be one of the worst teams in the ACC.
Stanford is in the SEC.
Right,
yeah,
so
Stanford and Cal. Come on now.
Let's relax. Okay, Stanford's going to be the worst team.
Yeah.
Let's relax with the whole Wake Forest take. And for the record, Rudy was 5'6", not 5'3". So
okay.
By the way, though,
good follow up.
Well, I'm not talking about when they lifted him up. Okay.
Diabolical. Oh my God. Lord have mercy.
All right. So anyway, for the other record, Virginia Tech's also going to be terrible. They're also mediocre. Yeah, it's going to be Clemson. Clemson should win this thing outright. It's shouldn't even be close this year. I do have them having one loss, potential two, because I think Georgia Tech is also going to be pretty good. I don't think we need to sleep on Georgia Tech either. I also have the Tar Heels getting 8 wins this year. I have Florida State, for the record, also getting 8 wins this year. I think you're going to see a lot of improvement out of Florida State for this coming season. SMU is going to get 9 wins. They're going to slip a little bit, but I don't think they're going to slip that bad. I think one of the big things for SMU is for next year. Considering the returners that they do have coming this year isn't very strong, but I do have them. I do have them up on the upbringing still. They're still going to make a bowl game. It's not going to be the playoff. I have Wake Forest winning 4 games, Tyler. 4 games.
I like it. Hey,
all right.
Hey, 4 is better than 0.
I'm just saying, relax with Wake Forest, man. Relax with Wake Forest.
Wait, who's the 4?
Do what now?
Who's the 4? What ACC team? You're gonna say none.
What now? No, I have them beating Virginia.
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah, that's fair.
Anybody with Virginia.
Yeah, facts. Virginia's trash, bro. Facts.
Embarrassed to
They're
have a
pretty bad.
Virginia.
Yeah. All right, let's hit the Big 12, boys. We're rolling well, man. This new format was working well. I've been keeping track of it. We're not doing bad, boys. I'm proud of us. Let's go. Hey, round of applause. Come on now. Here we go. Let's get it. All right, Big 12. So I feel like looking at the landscape of the Big 12, and there could be some disagreements. I already know Tyler's winner, and it's really interesting. I really dig it. But for me, I'm going the basic route, man. I like Kansas State or Arizona State. I feel like it's a toss-up between them. Kansas State's schedule is really strong for them. They have a lot of returning starters. They have a solid running back duo. O-line could be the issue that with it being in transition. Avery Johnson's ready to take a big leap. Arizona State, obviously QB's coming back. He had a nice breakout season. He's ready to sling it again. And hey, listen, with Arizona State, I understand that Sam's no longer here, or Cam, my bad. I understand that he's no longer here. But we got to point out that Arizona State got a transfer running back from Army. And if NCAA games have taught me anything, is that Army can run the ball. So Arizona State's going to be fine. All right. Arizona State's going to be fine. GG, Zona State wins the Natty. All right. They do have 9 stars returning on defense, though, and that defense was averaging only allowing 22 points a game average last year. So I think it could be a toss-up. I got them both 11-1, making it to the championship together. They're both their losses is Baylor for Kansas State, Utah for Arizona State. So it's kind of a toss-up. But I want to highlight another team real quick, a team that I'm actually liking quite a bit, even though they're kind of projected towards the lower half of the Big 12, and very well could be the case. I like what Houston's cooking right now. All right, I know that sounds out of left field. They last year was a rebuilding year, 4-8 under new head coach Willie Fritz, right, who came over from Tulane. It's a rebuild process, man. But I actually like what he's starting to do. All right, I like what he's starting to do. It was the first year in the rebuild. He hired his play caller from Tulane. That's going to give a big boost there. Connor Wigman, man, he's ready to go. He's ready to prove to the world that the AMN stuff was just a fluke. And here's the thing, guys, that, the offense was the problem for Houston last year, because Houston's defense, dude, they were also averaging about 22 points per game against their opponents. Same thing I just mentioned for Arizona State, who went to the college football playoff. Look, Houston could very well just go for another average year, 6 wins, 5 wins. Very possible, right? Right now, I got them going 9-3, and the losses they have are against the major players. Don't get me wrong, like the Texas Tech, Arizona State, potentially the UCF. I have them losing against those. But I'm just saying, man, I want to highlight them. I like what Houston's doing, man. I think it's a team that could really get on the watch for this year, just as wow, that team's a lot better than I expected. Not a contender in the Big 12, not a contender in the playoff, but just, wow, I didn't see that coming. So I wanted to highlight Houston there. Tyler, how are you feeling on it?
See, I picked this team for 2 reasons. One, Mike Leach, the GOAT. The other reason, I just like Texas Tech, man. I feel like at some point they got to get over the hump and get back to that semi-elite status that they was when we was in junior high. I know it was 20 years ago, 15 years ago, something like that. But yeah, dude, I'm feeling Texas Tech for some reason. I don't know why.
Hey, they're projected 3rd in the conference right now.
That's the team that just stuck out to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then Baylor, because
Baylor's also projected pretty high.
What's that quarterback's name? Sawyer. Sawyer Robertson.
What a name.
Yep,
love it.
And he is ahead of Walker White from Little Rock Christian.
Oh.
So, good luck, Walker.
There you go. All right.
Hope sorry don't get hurt.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right,
Sorry
Rick.
for that. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're watching,
let's relax. Let's relax. Ricky, what about you, dude? How you feeling on the Big 12 and how you feeling on what we're saying?
Yeah, Arizona State. It's going to be Arizona State, guys. They're returning the most production, and with this new era that we're dealing with the transfer portal and everything like that, returning production means a lot, especially when you know you have players that have been in that certain program. And they literally shocked us last year. I mean, considering the fact that they were at the bottom, 2 years ago, we wouldn't even be talking about Arizona State shooting up from the bottom as what we did last year. But Iowa State, you can't sleep on them. I know they lost one of their best wide receivers to the draft, but they're still going to be pretty good. Utah, I think, is still going to be contention. If you look at their schedule, I think favors them quite a bit, but I do have them getting 2 or 3 losses. Right now I got them 2, but I could see a third loss on their schedule. I did give love to Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech and Baylor both get 9 wins this year. I think the schedule very heavily favors both of them to get scheduled. And I do have Houston winning 7 games. I have Houston winning 7 games.
Love it.
I don't have Kansas State at that far up, Alex, as much as you have. But I do have them making a bowl game at 7-5. But I just think that with Kansas still being a factor, Cincinnati, we'll see if Cincinnati's going to kind of be that factor or not. But I also have Oklahoma State's not going to make a bowl game.
Nope. They're going to be lucky to win 3 games.
UCF's not making a bowl game. TCU's not making a bowl game. And Colorado is winning 3 games this year. So,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely say that the Big 12, we could definitely be so wrong about this.
Yeah.
But there are so many factors that you can put in because, in my opinion, this is my opinion, I think this is going to be the most competitive the Big 12 has been in a very long time outside of Arizona and Iowa State. I think they separate themselves from everybody else.
I will say a couple things. One, Chad said this in the comments. First 1 to 9 wins in the Big 12 is going to win it. I can agree to that. And the second thing, when you're talking about it being the most competitive, I think we can all obviously agree the chances of the Natty winner coming out of the Big 12 is very, very low. So the Big 12 is going to be one of those conferences that's going to be competitive. And, man, I think we can all agree as football fans, it's going to be fun to watch this year. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be fun to watch. It's kind of like watching some of these Group of 5 teams, Group of 5 conferences. We're like, they're not going to win the Natty. But, man, when they play within, their conference, brother, that's some damn good ball to watch. That is some good ball to watch. And I think that's what's going to happen this year for the Big 12. And also, Ricky, you know what, man? You can disagree with me on everything in the dang world, but you know what? I'm glad that we're on the same page about Illinois and Houston. I love it. I'm here for it. Because, man, I like what both teams are cooking. All right, I'm here for it, brother. I like what we got going on for both of them. All right, we got to pay respects. Pay respects. Pac-2. We got to pay respects to the Pac-2. Come on now. Honestly, just Oregon State, Washington State, I got them both just going 8-4. Could be a little bit lower. I mean, they're going to lose to all the major players. I've got them trading their home and home series. It's the Pac-2. Again, we're memeing, we're making jokes, but got to pay respects, obviously. But I got them both going 8-4 personally. What about you, buddy? Tyler. Ta-ta.
I was going to let Rick go first.
Rick, what you got?
No, he's not ready for it.
I personally don't care.
Pay respects.
Hey, Mike Leach was a coach at one of these.
Yeah, come on. Gardner Minshew slung it.
I will care when the Pac-12 is back next year and they're an actual conference, which blows my mind. They're actually going to have more than 2 teams in the conference next year, considering that 2 years ago, whenever this whole daggum thing went blown up in a bitch the rings, I said, that's it.
Yeah,
no
Pac-12's done.
Might as well go the Mountain West. But no, they held firm. I don't know how they did it.
But they did it.
They got the states.
They did it. Hey,
they got the states. Can we
I
point out how funny it is that every school in there, in the football side is all a state school? Like, can we point that out? Like, legit, that's amazing to me.
Call it the state conference.
That's my mindset, the Pac State Conference. I'm telling you, that's the conference name. I'm telling you, that's what it is.
Pac-12.
Then it can be called the Pac-12 when you get over to other sports because, you got a Gonzaga in there. But, in terms of football, you're the Pac State Conference. Get over it. But anyway, I'm sorry. Continue.
No, I was just going to say I think Oregon State will be the better of the 2 teams this year, but I think both of them are going to be very competitive.
Yeah, they'll both like I said, they'll be bowl eligible teams probably. That's it. It's again us shouting it out. It's just to pay respects and just to make a little meme. So, what about you? Where you got the Beavs and the Cougs going?
I got Oregon State going 7-5, Washington State 8-4, but that's because they play Idaho.
Yeah, shut. Hey, I'd hose a dog over in the FCS, bro. Let's calm down.
Well, this ain't the FCS, man. This is, actually,
Yeah,
this is
I
an
know, I
elite.
know.
This is an elite conference in the Power 5.
Elite
Power 4
conference of two
point.
teams.
Hey, elite
for the
conference,
love
elite
God.
football.
Yeah.
Okay, man. Hey, Alex,
Yo,
I'm thirsty, man. You got anything to say?
brother, I got a lot of things to say. Let's hit a quick ad break, boys. Here we go. Hey, do you like caffeine? Are you of the age of at least 18? Then maybe check out Rogue Energy. It's really good. Do you need to hydrate more? Then probably want to start with water. But if you want something that tastes good and hydrates you, then try Rogue Hydration. Do you need to chill more? Then try Rogue Chill. Do you need energy? Then drink the energy. It's really good. We have a referral link and a promo code Sparky3. You can get 10% off your order. Yeah, it's good stuff. Anyway. Okay. And welcome back. Hopefully you enjoyed the pre-recorded ads. I got like 6 of them. I'm really proud of how they turned out. They're very terrible. It fits the show. So, all right. Anyway, let's move over to the group of 5, and then we can kind of dive into some other stuff after we get to the group of 5, like our own personal teams and second favorite teams and everything of the sort. So let's kick things off with the American. So I'll go ahead and get things started. Boys, I got to be honest with you. I know this might potentially be a hot take, potentially. But I actually got Navy come out on top. I like Navy, man. I like the schedule. They got a great schedule. They got a good veteran roster, literally. They were great under year 1 under new head coach. They, beat Air Force and Army, winning the Commander-in-Chief trophy. They even beat Oklahoma in a bowl game. I know that was a weak Oklahoma team. I understand, but hey, it's still something to be proud of. Put a badge on you there. But man, I like Navy a lot, dude. I mean, I think their schedule favors them quite a bit. I think I got them going 11-1. They're 1 loss to Notre Dame because again, their schedule just favors them quite a bit. I think USF is one that's going to do very well this year as well at a 9-3 with their 2 losses back-to-back, Florida and Miami, and then also with Navy in week 12, but that also could be a W for them. I think, having their quarterback Brown back, I think that's going to be good. He's back and healthy. He got injured, didn't get to really play last year, and then Singleton, their wide receiver's back, and he's ready to moss some people. But defense could be the humongous downfall for USF. Their defense was trash last year. And I will say, everyone, there's a lot of people that probably want to immediately kind of look at Tulane sometimes, but I'm actually not feeling Tulane, man. First year head coach, you only got 5 starters coming back. And my mindset is this. When you look at the QBs they got, look at the 3 QBs they have, brother. The one of them is from Ball State. Who cares about Ball State? One of them is from Illinois. Okay, great. So you're talking about the state that has an NFL team that's never had a 4,000-yard passer. That's promising. And then you have a QB from Iowa, whose team's offense could probably get stopped by a 2A high school football team. So what are we even talking about here? I do have Tulane winning some games, obviously, because they do have some defensive, they do have some good defensive pieces in place. But I got them going maybe an 8-4. I got them currently at 9-3, but that 9-3 could slip down quite a bit. I mean, you could walk away with 6 or 7 games this year for Tulane. Ricky, how are you feeling on the American? Do you hate my takes? Do you love my takes? And what's yours?
No, I mean, no. I definitely respect your take, especially on Tulane, because you are right. They do not have a whole lot coming back and like you said, first year head coach and everything like that. But one thing I will say is that Tulane's schedule heavily favors them.
Good point.
To win a lot more games than what I think you're gonna say. Because one thing you have to remember, this conference is very top heavy. It's one of the most top heavy conferences in football.
Yep.
But I have Memphis winning this conference. I have Memphis going 11-1.
Ooh.
But they're only lost to Arkansas. I do think Arkansas is going to go into Memphis to win that game. It's going to be one of very, very few games that Arkansas is going to win this year. That could also be a win, though, because it's in Memphis. But I think South Florida I have South Florida losing 1 game in conference. I have them starting 0-3. I think South Florida is still going to be much improved, but they are going to lose to Boise State. I know Boise State lost probably one of the best running backs we've seen. in years, in Ashton Jeanty, which I think he is going to be a terrific NFL player. But I have them losing to Boise State, Florida, and at Miami. So that they're going to start 0-3. But when you look at their conference schedule, Charlotte's terrible. They're going to beat Charlotte. North Texas, they're mediocre. They should win that game. Florida Atlantic's mediocre. They should win that game pretty easy. The only conference loss I have with them is Memphis, because I think Memphis is going to be the supreme of the conference this year. And then I have them beating UTSA at home. I think by the time they get to Navy and have to play at Navy, they're going to figure it out. And so I do have them getting second in the conference. But I do see what you see with Navy, with the only exception is I don't know if they can get over that 8-9 win mark, which is what they're used to. Third in the conference, the only reason I have UTSA getting third in the conference is because their schedule is weak as all get out. It is probably the weakest schedule of all the schedules in the American Conference right now, especially when you get to conference play. When you get to conference play, it's like, what are we doing here? Their only opponent that I think is going to give them any kind of fits is South Florida. Maybe Tulane, but it's a home game, so you really never know. But I will shout out a couple things. I think Rice is going to be much improved this year.
I can agree to that.
I think ECU could be a little bit dangerous this year, but the rest of them, it's going to be a top-heavy conference, all because the scheduling is so bad in this conference. It's terrible.
Yeah, no, American is one of them awkward conferences, but it's not near as awkward as the next one we're going to talk about here in a minute, because that one's also unbelievably awkward in my opinion. But Tyler, what about you? How are you feeling about this awkward little top-heavy conference?
Yeah, so I got two teams going 9-3.
Are those your top teams?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
UTSA, because their quarterback is Josh McCown's son, I believe. Is it Josh?
I think so, actually. Yeah, I think you might be right. I forgot about that.
The goat make them goats. Let
me figure that out. Let me look that up.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure his dad is Josh.
Is it Owen?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his dad's Josh.
Yeah, he is a sophomore QB, number 2 for UTSA.
There we go.
That's it. UTSA, 12 wins. Lock it in.
I love Josh McCown. So the other team is my ECU Pirates. Go Pirates. I do believe that they're better than their records recently have shown. But then again, they also return 4 offensive starters and 2 defensive starters. So that 8-5 might actually be 11-1. You just never know. You might have got some bad people out there. Okay, and then the third team I'm going to highlight, the absolute worst team in college football besides Bowling Green, the Temple Owls, 0-12. Let's go, Howard.
Got to go,
Howard. First of all, the worst team in football is probably going to be Kent State, and it's Tulsa. Tulsa's worse.
Thank you. That's what I said. I was saying Tulsa.
I'm just saying Tulsa's pretty bad.
Yo.
I'm not going to shout out anything. I want to be nice when I say this. One of their recruits was from one of the worst teams that I've ever seen in Arkansas high school football history. I'm not going to say it because I'm trying to respect them.
Right.
Let's just say I'm telling y'all, it's one of the worst high school football teams. They're recruiting from them.
Is it Conway?
Oh, heck no.
No, hey, Ricky, dude. All right. So kind of like what Tyler did with the ACC, right, where he's just shouting out a bunch of random teams, I had random teams prepared for certain conferences. If I expected everyone to say the same thing, I could highlight something random. Tulsa was actually my random one for American. I've got them going 1-11 with their one win against Abilene Christian. And my notes on it that I put, all I said was, it's just a massive rebuild, which is legitimate. But then I also said they named themselves the Golden Hurricane in a state that doesn't get hurricanes. They have a better chance of getting a hurricane from a local lake than winning 2 games this year. Facts.
That's deep.
Hey, I have Abilene Christian beating them.
Oh, so 0-12. Here we go. Hey, also shout out, dude. I pulled up Owen, his stats last year. So he started all 13 games. They only went 7-6, but he threw for over 3,400 yards, 25 tuds to 10 INTs. So I'm just saying, could ramp it up this year. Could ramp it up. Shout out to Owen McCown. Shout out to that. I also forgot Josh McCown was a Minnesota Vikings quarterback coach. Didn't know that. Now I know.
I thought he was still in high school.
I didn't know Josh McCown was old enough to have a kid in college. I'm just saying.
Look, brother, that's our life right now. Okay. That's our life right now is we find that out and it just, let's not talk about it. Let's move on. All right, let's move on to the other most awkward conference in the really the most awkward conference. I kind of forget this is a conference sometimes. Conference USA. Yeah, this is just top heavy as hell, dude. It's Liberty. I mean, it's Liberty. Like Liberty needs to. I understand Liberty kind of had a little bit of a rough year last year, but I mean, they are still the team to beat in this conference. I think Vasco at QB is going to be a good replacement for the QB they lost. They have a deep running back room. They do have 3 new starts in the O-line, so that's a little concerning. Western Kentucky, I think, is going to be on their heels. They're going to have some potential losses. Jacksonville State, I know they won it last year, but the way I feel about Tulane is how I feel about Jacksonville State, man. They lost way too many pieces. This is a new head coach, a new regime after Rich Rod went back to West Virginia. But I mean, just top to bottom, it's one of those cases almost like Marshall over in the Sun Belt, where Marshall won the Sun Belt last year, and now they're probably going to lose almost every game this year because they got depleted of everything. Everyone transferred, everyone left. And that's how I feel about Jacksonville State. But I will add, even though I got Liberty coming out on top with an 11-1 record, I like the new kid on the block. I like Delaware coming in, not to really, I guess, win the conference, but to just make some noise year one. I have Delaware going 7-5 with their losses to Colorado, Liberty, LA Tech, Wake Forest, and UTEP. Wake Forest is going to be kind of the random one. That one's going to probably be more of an 8-4. But Delaware, man, they have a veteran roster. That's the one thing. They have a veteran roster that is ready to come in and make some noise at the FBS level. I don't think, again, they're going to be James Madison level making noise. I don't think they're going to be the kind of noise making that we saw out of like Jacksonville State that quickly turned around after a couple years and won the conference. I don't think it's going to be like that, but it's going to be a team that's going to put their foot in the door in the weakest conference in college football and prove that they can play at the FBS level. Ricky, how do you feel?
Yeah, you're right. It's gonna be Liberty. It's not gonna be close. The rest of them, with the exception of Western Kentucky, I have both of them going undefeated in Conference 8-0 because they don't have to play each other. But if you put them head to head in a conference championship game, most likely Liberty is going to win outright the entire conference. And you could possibly see Liberty playing in a 12-team playoff because they're probably going to be the best team or possibly be the best team in that group of 5 or whatever you want to call it now. The rest, like I said, the rest of them, I don't even know if they're worth talking about just because the rest of them are dropping off. Jackson State's dropping off, like you said. Sam Houston's dropping off a little bit, even though I still think they have a chance to be in that top 4, top 5 when it comes. La Tech might surprise some people.
That's what he said too.
Might surprise some people. And so, La Tech might surprise some people. But other than that, I don't have anybody. There's no surprises in this conference. I know you love Delaware. Delaware, I've got them getting 4 wins this year just because, like I said,
good year one.
Coming in.
Good year one.
With year one. It's a good year one. And so we'll see. Hopefully, with them being in this conference, maybe they'll get some better recruiting over in Delaware. I don't know. But like I said, though, Liberty's going to run away with it, though. It's not even going to be close.
They got to move on. They even if it's to another group of 5 conference that's a little bit more legitimate, like maybe like the Sun Belt or something, they got to get they got to get. This is an embarrassment at this point. Tyler, how are you feeling?
Well, I guess since we're all seem to be Malik Willis fans here, I guess I'll go Liberty. I guess I'll go Liberty.
Whoa.
I thought we had a vendetta against them. Okay. Well, hey, ignore that. We ain't got no vendetta. Okay, but I thought he was the GOAT. Okay. So I guess we're all Malik Willis fans now. So I guess I'll make it 3 for 3. Even though I think the clear winner here is Louisiana Tech. Okay. Because they do not have any association with Malik Willis. And, Malik Willis, man, he got his record broken last year, What a guy Malik Willis, you know what I mean? Like, he is, man, hey.
Oh, my God.
I really wish he was playing football right now, Malik Willis. Man, I need to look up a picture, man.
No. The lore of Malik Willis and this show is undefeated. That is the lore is undefeated, bro. And for people listening, I know you're like, what lore? It's inside jokes. I'm just gonna keep it real. The lore is real, brother. But yeah, it's gonna be Liberty.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's going to be Liberty. All right, let's move on.
Shout out Derek Mason at Middle Tennessee State. That's
there you go.
Random as shit, but hey, evidently he's been there 2 years. I don't even know.
All right, let's hit the Mountain West, boys. So this is going to be the last year for the Mountain West that we know of now. You know, of course, we got Boise State heading over to the Pac. I think there are some other teams in here that are leaving as well. With that, I still think Boise State's the team to beat. I think it's kind of similar in the vein of what Liberty is in the Conference USA, but not as severe because I think there's definitely at least one other team that could potentially nip on the heels, and that's the last chance U of college football being UNLV right now. You know, you have Dan Mullen coming in as new head coach this year, plus you've had a lot of other transfers coming out. I'm talking like former 4- and 5-star transfers that are going over to UNLV. When I tell you that Vegas feels like last chance U, it feels like last chance U. I personally got Boise State coming out 11-1. I think the one loss is just going to simply be Notre Dame. I think the schedule favors them quite a bit, man. It's not a strong schedule for the kind of talent they've got over there. Even though Genty is gone, I think the running back room will still be fine with a couple solid options. We won't have like the Ashton Genty level year, but we'll still have some good running production. I think Madsen is ready to go. They do got 6 starters returning on defense, which that defense last year did hold Mountain West teams to 5.7 yards per play. So I do think Boise State's the team to beat. UNLV I got as an 8-4. And then, I'll kind of harp on this a little bit more here in a little bit, but honestly, I think Hawaii is a team that could make a little noise. I currently got them winning 8 games, and I honestly think San Jose State is one that can make a little noise as well. I've got them going 7-5, but that 8-4 and 7-5 could fluctuate quite a bit, where Hawaii maybe only wins 6 games, 5 games, while San Jose State might win 8 or 9.
2 games.
Whoa! All right, we'll follow back up to that hate comment, but I think there's some noise that can be made. But man, it's Boise State, it's UNLV, or it's nothing else in my opinion at this time. Ricky, how are you feeling? Do you also believe in the last chance U of UNLV?
I think they're going to slip a little bit this year, but yeah, I do agree with their transfers coming in. They're definitely going to be a wreck to be dealing with. That is for sure. But one thing I want you to also understand, Alex, do not sleep on San Jose State. Their schedule really heavily favors them to go undefeated, at least in conference play. I don't know if they'll beat Boise State like in a clash of the best of this conference, but San Jose State has a very, very good chance to go undefeated in conference this coming season. I only have them losing 1 game like total right now, and just based on the schedule, I have them losing at Texas. But I really do believe they're going to beat Idaho. I do believe they're going to go on the road to beat Stanford. New Mexico is probably going to be one of the top 5 worst teams in college football this year. They're not going to be very good. Another team that you cannot really sleep on this year, I believe, is going to be Wyoming, which is another team that Tyler loves up there in the Mountain West. Wyoming is a team that you don't need to sleep on this year. Wyoming could very well win 8 or 9 games this year. I have them winning 7, but I have them. There's a couple of iffy games that I'm like, yeah, you go either way on when it comes to Hawaii. So do what now?
I said like Akron.
Tyler.
No one cares about Akron, anyways. But yeah, other than that, I think the middle of it is going to be super competitive. I have 4 teams going 7-5 in this conference, below Boise State and San Jose State.
Okay, all right. Tyler, do you also agree with the Wyoming comment, or are you a lot lower on the Wyoming Cowboys?
A lot lower, but I will take the hype.
There you go.
Hype.
We love that.
I got them doing better than the 3-9, but not as good as the 9-4. So I got them 5-7. But I will definitely take a 7-5 or a 6-6. But Wyoming. I just need somebody good. I just need Caden to get the cooking, because our quarterback last year was wearing 17 and
did not live up to the hype.
Definitely not. I'm pretty sure.
Do you just need to retire that jersey at this point?
Potentially.
Okay.
Potentially.
So we don't have that mistake happen again?
Yeah. Caden is wearing 18. So.
Okay.
That's good for him. Good for him.
Yeah, good start.
But yeah, Boise State should run away with it. San Jose, easy schedule outside of Texas, obviously.
Yeah.
UNLV, outside of UCLA, Boise State's the hardest game. Mm-hmm. And Dan Mullen, GOAT. I like him. He's solid. I know a lot of people hate him, but hey, I liked him on ESPN. Okay, I actually liked him when he went to Florida. A lot of people hated him for Florida, but he was also a Mississippi State coach. And evidently, I'm a Mississippi State fan. So, but Air Force, they play Boise. Nobody else. Bucknell, Watch out for Bucknell over Air
Stop.
Force. Hey, Colorado State, solid. I like them. They got a kid from Malvern. He might actually get to play this year. Hawaii, 0-12. It's all good, though.
Whoa.
Okay, 0-1 last week of the season. How about that? Is that better?
No.
No.
That's worse.
Why? You'd rather go 0-12 than 0-1?
I'd rather just go 12.
Well, luckily for you, y'all might go 0-12.
Whoa. Relax.
Is DeMarcus
I-
really number 20?
Huh?
Is DeMarcus really number 20?
As far as I know, no. I don't know why College Football 26 hasn't updated that. He should be number 9 based on the pictures that he took with Timmy Chang and stuff, but I don't know.
Pictures.
Yeah, pictures. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll dive more in Hawaii here soon because that is my favorite team. So we're going to hit favorite teams here at the end of the show. Wow.
Bronco
Stop.
Hall,
I can see that. I saw that. Stop.
It's gonna happen.
Hey,
I'm sorry,
hey,
Alex. It's
hey,
gonna
hey,
happen.
hey.
Every year I hype up. Hey, listen. Every year I try to hype up Hawaii for you, and they end up sucking. This year
is the
I'm
year.
gonna say they're gonna suck.
This is the year.
Just so that way this could be the year. They're gonna win the Mountain West.
Yes, let's go. We're back, baby. Here we go. All right, so who's going to win the Sun Belt? That's also the question. The last conference that still has divisions, the East and West. Shout out to that. I've got a few teams that I'm liking quite a bit. I'm going to be honest with you. James Madison seems like an easy one to highlight. The schedule favors them. I got right now 11-1 with their one loss to Louisville, but that could easily change. And, over in the West, there's a certain team, featuring a certain colored of wolf that I'm liking quite a bit as well. With Arkansas State going 10-2 at this time with their 2 losses back-to-back to Arkansas and Iowa State. So, Ricky, soak this in for a moment. This is the one time you've ever heard me say Arkansas will win a game. So soak it in for a moment. Really drink in what just came out of my mouth. But in all seriousness, I think Arkansas State could be really strong over in the West. I mean, looking at Butch's time with the Red Wolves, every year has been improvement. Last year being his best year. You got some key returning pieces with Rayner at QB. I think the top receivers are coming back. You've got still some good running back action. I think this is a team that can really do well. There are a couple of key games that are going to decide the West, and I think that's going to be Week 6 versus Texas State. I've got Texas State going 9-3 with their 2 other losses besides Arkansas State is Arizona State Week 3 and Week 10 versus James Madison. So that Week 6 I think will be the deciding game for the West, for the Sun Belt, between Texas State and Arkansas State. Georgia Southern's also one that I'm liking quite a bit as well. I got them going 9-3. Louisiana is one that I could watch going 8-4. Old Dominion is one to kind of also keep a lookout for over at a 7-5. And then I feel like it could be a growing pain year. Right now I've got them going 6-6, but at the same time, you got a lot of transfers from the team that did really well. Southern Miss is one that's like, could be interesting. I got them going 6-6, but they do have Charlie Huff from Marshall, and he's also pulled in a lot of his transfers from Marshall, who won the Sun Belt last year, among other teams. So Southern Miss is one that could be an interesting one to watch. I do have them going 6-6, but it just could be a one to keep your eye on for the Sun Belt. Ricky, how you doing on the Sun Belt over there?
You have Old Dominion winning how many games?
7.
I see 5. I don't see 7. But that's
7-5, brother. 7-5.
That's tough. That's tough. I may just need you to relax on that one.
Wow.
Yeah, I think James Madison is going to win the East. I think as far as production that's returning, like I said, that's one of the key things that's really going to help when it comes in this. I am also on the Georgia Southern hype as well. I think you're going to see a lot of improvement with Georgia Southern.
Clay Hinton's been doing a good job over there.
Yes, he has. And I think he'll continue to do a good job. Coastal Carolina, not sure if they're going to really have much of a bump or anything like that. I think we've seen the top of Coastal Carolina. I think this is kind of where they slip and fall because outside of James Madison and Georgia Southern, the rest of them have zero chance, in my opinion, of winning the East. I think it's going to be either James Madison or Georgia Southern. If I was a bet man today, I think it's going to be James Madison just based on the experience. They have a little bit more experience that's returning than what Georgia Southern does. But I do like that. The one thing about Arkansas State, though, Alex, that I really scratch my head on is their defense.
Fair.
They have a whole lot of newbies on defense this year. Offensively, I think they're going to be just fine because they are returning, including their quarterback. They're returning a core of their offense that's coming back this year. And yes, I'm going to go ahead and say it now. Arkansas should beat Arkansas State, but I think Arkansas State has a chance to give them some fits, especially when you are in an area basically where Sam Pittman has said, I'm not going to Jonesboro. That could be personal for them. And considering the fact that Arkansas does not typically play well in Little Rock as it is, I'm not checking that one off yet.
Respect.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you boys. I really like this Arkansas State offense. I really do. And so, but yeah, you do have them with a great improvement with just on the offensive side of the ball. And so defense, like I said, is definitely going to be key. But I think they're going to be up there with Louisiana and South Alabama. But don't sleep on Troy either. I think Troy has a potential to win that division this year. The only thing with Troy that I don't like is they tend to slip up toward the end of the season. And that's could be the case this year, especially when they do host Arkansas State. They have to play Georgia State at home. Georgia State's also one of those teams that you can't sleep on. And so, and of course, Louisiana, they play Louisiana right before they play Arkansas State. So it's definitely going to be a head scratcher as far as Troy goes. But right now, I think it's James Madison, Georgia Southern, and Louisiana. I think those are the three that are the ones who can come outright with the conference. If I was a bet man today, I'm going to say James Madison overall.
Okay. Tyler, you have any disagreements on that?
Not really. I did notice something very funky with Arkansas State's schedule. Every single game is on an artificial turf field. No grass.
Not a fan of that.
No grass.
Not a fan of that.
It must be a Sunbelt thing because, dog, I'm looking at all these teams. Everybody's got A's except when they play the Power 5 teams.
Yeah.
Or Power 4, whatever. It's all the same.
Oh, yeah, he's got a book over here. I forgot.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Phil Steele.
Forgot all about that. You got that. You had that book. Shout out. He's prepped. He's ready.
Phil Steele. It's awesome. But man, I was looking at these teams while y'all was talking because y'all was saying facts, and I mean, I could just say, good job. I like it. So I'm gonna throw a curveball. I did not prepare for this team. I did think about this team before. I'm gonna say Troy's gonna win the Sun Belt.
Wow. Okay.
Because their quarterback, at least in this book, which I'll even take the backup, is an awesome name. Their first string quarterback, Goose Crowder.
Oh, hello. Hang on.
Senior.
Hang on. That's a name.
Senior.
That's a name.
Goose Crowder. The backup, Tucker Kilcrease.
Ooh.
Dog.
Oh.
Where are they getting these names?
Dude, this is a legendary quarterback room.
I mean, their quarterback, their coach is named Gerard with a G, E-R-A-D.
Yeah.
He is Garrad. That's fancy. That's a fancy word.
That's fancy, yeah.
So
you like Troy. You like Troy. I'm here for
Trojans.
it. Yeah.
Trojans up. Five returning starters and offense and defense.
Okay.
So they're going to get blown the hell out of Clemson, though. I'm not gonna
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good luck. Good luck. But outside of that,
Hey, outside of that, could have some fun.
hey, if they keep Clemson under 73, solid day.
Yeah, good day, in my opinion.
Hey, let the goose run.
Let the goose run.
Also, shout out Iowa State for coming to Arkansas State, unlike Miami, who decided to not come to Arkansas State.
Whoa.
I don't care if it was a natural disaster, hurricane. Dog, you could have got on the plane a couple days earlier.
Hey, listen.
Hey, when you come back and nothing's there, it is what it is.
Listen, shit happens, okay?
Hey.
Uh-oh.
I hate Miami.
Hang on, guys. About to go on a quick ad break before we hit the next one. Hey, how's it going? If you're watching this, then, or listening to this, I guess you're in the middle of a terrible football show. And I guess there was an ad break. Something happened. Boys had to step away. Something. I don't know. So I'm here to entertain you for however long I need to. I don't know how long that's going to be. These are only supposed to last like 60 seconds. So anyway, make sure to subscribe, I guess, if you haven't done that. Be pretty cool of you. Where are those guys at? Hopefully they'll be back. Hopefully they'll be back in a minute. This is awkward. Yeah, I'm not doing this. We have a merch store. It's not that great, but we have one. Sparky3shop.com. You can go pick up some really poorly designed merch, like the B shirt, which I think is actually really awesome. We have this thing called the Lonely Boy. It's just a cool little design. I'll put more terrible merch in there, especially if you recommend stuff, then I will probably put stuff in there. We have some really poorly designed hats, so that's cool. Yeah, and I think that's it. Spark3shop.com. It's in the description below somewhere. Sparky3shop.com. It's a place you can visit and buy some merch, I guess, if you're feeling spicy. See ya. Hey, how's it going? Have you subscribed to the channel yet? You haven't? Well, it's very unfortunate. You should subscribe to the channel. Be a friend, tell a friend. We would appreciate that extra support. Check out the Patreon if you want to support us further. That would be pretty cool. But, seriously, you can think of probably a million other ways to spend your money than give us $5 a month. You could probably just go to McDonald's and get the $5 meal off the app for $5 a month, once a month, whatever, and probably be a better investment of your $5. But you know what? If you want to give it to us, that's cool, and we appreciate it. But you know what? Don't feel obligated. We also have, Rogue Energy. You can use promo code Sparky3 to get 10% off your order. Use our referral link. As well as a merch store, Sparky3 Shop. It's got some really bad designed merch, so go pick up some merch. Yeah. I think that's it. I don't got anything else. Hey, how's it going? Do you like Rogue Energy? Then maybe you should use the referral link down below and get some Rogue Energy. Promo code Sparky3. Get 10% off your order. It works for everything. Hydration, chill, energy. The cans are good. Try them all. If they have a better sale going on, that's okay. You don't have to use our promo code. Just use the referral link. You're still going to help the brand. But drink responsibly. Be 18 plus. It is a lot of caffeine. Bye. All right, we're back after a very long ad break. I had a legit house emergency that I had to address. We're good. We're good. I'm getting notified over here. Smoke detector going off from Simply Safe. I'm like, whoa, what is going on? We good, though. We good out here. We good out here. Hopefully everyone listening enjoyed all the ads. I did not expect I was going to be able to show you guys all the ads today. So that's a W in my book, baby. All right, so let's head over to the MAC. Tyler, why don't you kick this one off?
So the best conference in the college football history.
Relax.
No, that's fair.
Hey,
that's fair.
It is the MEC, okay? Anybody can win it at any time, except Bowling Green. Yeah, facts, except Bowling Green. My team, which I'm going to shout them out in a minute. It's not my team. It's my team this year. I rotate my teams. I do love Ohio's quarterback, Parker Navarro.
Fair.
Is he still there?
He might be gone. I don't know.
Hold up. Oh, he's still there.
Oh,
hey,
shout out Bobcat Parker.
We're back. We're back, okay?
Bobcat Parker.
We're back. He is a runner if I've ever seen one.
Fair.
He's solid. Hey, I'm glad he stayed.
Yeah.
Most quarterbacks would have been like, hey, SEC, I'll be a backup
Yep.
for Vanderbilt.
Yep.
I like Ohio. They're pretty solid. But my team is going to win. They're going to lose to Ohio and West Clemson. We're going Miami, the real Miami school.
Whoa.
The real Miami school.
We already proved that a couple years ago.
A couple years ago, y'all didn't have Carson Beck.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. We're a dumpster fire this year.
Y'all ruined your team.
Yeah,
okay?
we did.
You ruined your team.
He's a stooge.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a clown. Yeah.
The real Miami school is going to win this thing.
Okay.
Now I will say, Toledo. If y'all win, I'm building the best damn rocket out there.
Yes!
And I'm going to draw it with my feet, okay? On camera during the show. Hey, now.
Yo, people got to pay extra for that. If you want that, go subscribe to the Patreon.
Hey.
You got to pay for the feet. You got to pay for the feet.
Even a discount, man. $4.99.
There you go.
I will throw in the penny for you, okay? I'll throw in the penny for you.
Okay. All right. I like it. Ricky, what about you? How you feeling on the MAC Nation this year? The best conference in college football history.
The best.
Yeah, I do have Toledo and Ohio both going undefeated in conference just because they don't have to play each other. I will say about Miami University, the schedule does favor them to go 7-5 overall, but the only losses I do have in conference are the top three: Ohio, Toledo, and Buffalo. Those three, they will have those three losses toward the end of the season. And then, of course, at the beginning of the season, they'll have to go to Wisconsin. They're going to lose that game. They're going to go to Rutgers, and they're going to lose that game. Other than that, I will give Miami a little bit of love this year. Outside of Toledo and Ohio, I have Buffalo going 10-2, 7-1 in conference. I do have Miami University. I will give a shout out: 7-5, 5-3. Northern Illinois, 7-5, 5-3. Bowling Green, Akron, and Central Michigan round up at 6-6. The rest of them, it doesn't matter.
Wow. Also, Ricky, you stole my thunder.
Considering Kent State's in this conference, worst team in football. Ball State's in this conference, second worst team in football. Massachusetts in this conference, third worst team in football. So considering that this is the best conference ever, I'm just saying.
Thank you for not saying Akron.
You gave Akron a little love there. But also, Ricky, you stole my thunder, man. Listen, I thought I was going to come in here firing on all cylinders with Buffalo, and here you are stealing my damn thunder. I have Buffalo winning the damn MAC. We can talk all we want about Illinois being the most veteran team in the country, but guess who's right behind them? It's the Bulls, baby, and they're coming charging. With 16 starters coming back, including the starting running backs and receivers. Tyler hates the QB, which it is what it is, but Robinson is going to be able to replace CJ Fine, and we have 10 starters back on the defense. Let's go. Give me the Bulls. 11-1.
You're in for a rude awakening with Taekwon.
You know, I believe in the run game, and I believe that he's going to get the job done in the MAC. All right, he couldn't get it done elsewhere, but he'll get it done in the MAC. Now, Miami of Ohio, legitimately though, would be like my number two at a 9-3, 7-1 with losses to Wisconsin, Rutgers, and Buffalo, and then Toledo also 9-3 with losses to Kentucky, Washington State, and Miami of Ohio. I think that 11-1 for Buffalo, 9-3 for the two. I think it could be like a razor thin margin where you can see them kind of trade out, where Miami, Ohio is going to end up on top, or maybe Toledo. But as of right now, I got my Buffalo Bulls, baby. I'm feeling the Bulls. The Bulls are coming charging. So many starting pieces back. One of the most veteran teams in the country, right up there with Illinois. I like Buffalo. Hammer it.
And it's going to come down to them in Ohio at the end of the season. Like I said, I think their schedule does favor them heavily as well. But I just think that one loss to Ohio, that unfortunately that's going to be what does it if they end up winning or losing the conference.
Yep. So that should cover it, right? We hit every conference. Look at us. Hey, boys. Hey, we did a good job.
Did we get the independents?
Who gives a shit?
Notre Dame's going to run away.
Yeah, I mean, who gives a shit? Who cares? It's Notre Dame. Who cares? It's UConn. Who cares? Hey, I'm proud of us. We did a good job staying on pace. I think the longest we went on a conference was like 7 minutes. So that's not bad. We got
conference?
I think it was maybe. Was it the SEC? Maybe went a little over on, which that's fair. That's understandable. I think one conference we finished under 5 minutes. That's not bad. We did good. I'm proud of us. Because for the listeners, this is something that we talked about internally of just trying to speed up the show. We're trying to keep the show more at like an hour 30 max, like it used to be once upon a time. Not get off on many tangents and just try to make it more inviting for you guys to come in and listen to. Because we understand that it's kind of daunting to look at like a 2-hour show that's kind of all over the place, and it's just like, man, I don't want to listen to that. I mean, I get it. It can be a little daunting. So I think we did a good job here today.
Yeah. So now that we've gotten that out the way, you want to talk about badminton?
Badminton, baby. Here we go. Ricky, have you tuned into some badminton recently?
No.
Yo, badminton's actually a lot of fun to watch. You should totally tune in.
Dude, it is intense.
It's intense.
I've watched it. I have watched it
intense.
Before. It is very, very intense.
There you
I
go.
will give it that
There you
much.
go.
But I have a lot more to do with my time than watch badminton right now.
You don't watch bowling?
Bowling's fun.
Hey.
I haven't watched bowling in a long time.
You wanna go
I don't even
bowling?
bowl anymore.
Hey, I will say, Arkansas State is the Buffalo Bills of women's bowling.
They really are.
They've lost 4 natties in 5 years.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
They always lose. They always lose close to the playoff time, or however they do that crap now.
Yeah.
They was up 2-1 against Vandy a couple years ago and blew it.
Wow. Wow.
Yep,
Okay.
sure was.
Arkansas State, what can you do?
All right, let's start going for the wrap up of the show. So we did have the AP Top 25 as a topic because Jacob wanted to go on a rampage. Since he's not here, I mean, I'm taking a look at it. Have you guys taken a look at the AP 25? Anything that you guys want to shout out or say that they got wrong or right or whatever?
I mean, I don't see why you go on a rampage on the top 25. It's a preseason poll.
I don't know. There was something that made him mad. I don't know what it was.
I guess Ohio State was too
Listen,
high. I don't know.
No. Do what now?
He said Ohio State was too high, maybe.
I'm just saying in general. Like, why are we going off of the AP? But
The AP is elite.
We didn't play football left. Who gives a shit?
You know, I agree. Who gives a shit about the AP? Whu gives a shit, right?
You know, I know one person in this world that gives a shit about the AP.
You know, I bet you can name one person who cares.
He was a former
NFL quarterback and call it,
and a former Liberty quarterback.
Cool, yeah.
Hey,
don't say his name again. He might appear like Joe Hendry. So let's relax.
I'm just saying, we love him. And
Whoa,
the AP, okay?
whoa.
Hey, AP, let's ride.
Oh, okay. All right. Cleanup. Did we mess up anything today? Anything that we think we messed up on today? I don't know if there's anything we messed up on. Did we mess up on anything?
Thinking Jacob would be here.
Huh? What?
What?
No?
You did what?
Oh, did we want to touch on our favorite teams? Ricky, do you want to talk Arkansas real quick, or do we want to just go ahead and wrap up the show? What you feeling, buddy?
I don't think it's worth talking about Arkansas.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those years. I understand.
Like every year.
It's gonna be it's gonna be rough.
Yeah.
Hey, how many games? How many games till Sam gets fired?
Ooh, good question.
How about that? Let's bring that back.
I'll put it to you this way.
He's not getting fired.
If they lose in Little Rock to Arkansas State, he's gonna have his wife call the movers, pack
Go ahead
everything,
and gear
go
up
to his lake house, Lake Hamilton. Like it's gonna happen. But I will say this much: if he loses to Memphis, he could get fired in the middle of the season. Let's just put it that way. And I'm telling y'all, I am sweating every game but Alabama A&M so far this season. I'm going to sweat every game that we have. It is going to be brutal.
No
But
confidence.
The chances of him getting fired in the middle of the season, I think are pretty high. I'm going to say at least right now, 60% chance that he does not make the season.
Even with that schedule, you think he would get? You think he would get fired?
Why would you give him another season? Why would you let him go to the end of the season? Why? He's already given you a whole ordeal, and I'm not saying anything bad about the guy personally. Guy's great, but he has had plenty of chances, plenty of opportunity to build this program, and we have nothing to show for it right now.
Hey, let me ask.
And you could say whatever you want to about Bobby Petrino being on staff, but they brought Bobby Petrino on staff to help improve that offense. That's exactly what he's done.
Right.
But we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I could be wrong. They could surprise me, but I'm not real hyped up on this year.
Let me ask you a question.
When you have the SEC returning a ton of quarterbacks. Yeah, what's up?
Let's say he does get fired. My question is, because this is obviously what we joked about and memed about on the show, and a lot of people have memed about that the torch is just going to get passed by Petrino. He'll be the head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks. But let me ask you, Sam does get fired. Do you think Hunter makes a massive swing, kind of similar to what happened with basketball, and manages to pull a really notable head coach over to Arkansas?
Maybe. I really honestly believe, though, that it is going to be Bobby, based on the fact that he has turned down more money to do the same thing that he's doing right now just to stay at Arkansas.
So Bobby Petrino or nothing then, huh?
I think so. Right now it's looking that way. I could be wrong, but that's the way it's looking right now.
I mean, it makes sense. You guys, that was the last time you guys had like really historical success. So makes sense.
Well, Well, one of the things is, though, the reason we had historical success was because he was recruiting inside the state a lot more than what these other coaches have recruited inside the state. Ever since he left, we have not been able to get. I'm not talking about just like any random recruit. We're talking about the top heavy guys, like a Traylon Burks, one of those top of athletes. A lot of those athletes have gone on. They've moved on elsewhere. They haven't gone to Arkansas. And so, but I mean, Traylon Burks did, but I'm just saying,
I was about to add context to the listener. Ricky is aware Traylon did. He's just using it as an example of like recruit level. Yeah.
Yes, and that's the big thing. You have to win in Arkansas. He has plenty of Arkansas ties. You have to win in Texas, and he has plenty of Texas ties.
That's true.
You win in those two states, you're going to compete.
Yeah.
Other than that, not really. It's going to be very tough.
I'll touch on Hawaii a little bit more. I will say this year is a prove-it year for Timmy Chang. If we can't figure it out this year, then I could see Timmy maybe be on that hot seat a little bit. But I do think there are some pieces that can figure out. You know, the offensive line is going to be one of the biggest issues to kind of get that going. But top two returning receivers, man, Micah balled out in his one game last year as a true freshman. I think him coming in, I think he's going to really play well this year, especially in the type of high-powered offense that Timmy's going to run. I think defensively there are some good pieces there, but it's going to be a prove-it year. You know what I mean? It's going to be a prove-it year. And if Timmy Chang don't end up working out, then, hey, you know what? In my mindset, go after San Jose State's head coach, you know, who was a long-term, you know, coach over at Navy and is now doing some quick, good things at San Jose State. Hey, he's a former Hawaii quarterback, too. He played Hawaii in the late 80s, so bring him over, too. Let's go. But no, I'm excited for the Hawaii season quite a bit. I'm more excited for Hawaii than I am Miami, just because I just don't like Carson Beck. I've talked about it for the longest time on this show. I'm not a Carson Beck guy. I think the team will be good. We'll be ranked. We'll have random losses in true Miami fashion. You know, who knows? Maybe we do go 12-0. I don't think so. I think we're going to drop it. I think we're going to drop a couple games, but definitely more excited for the Hawaii ball for me than anything. So. Anything you want to touch on with Miami and Penn State that you didn't touch on earlier?
I just want to beat our rivals.
That's fair. Well, you can't beat us. That's not allowed. We need to win. I think we played last game.
Okay, I want to beat our week one rivals.
Okay, I respect that.
Even though actually, man, I don't know. I'm torn between that one. I love Akron.
You need to stop.
I love Joe Moorhead. How
Okay,
about that?
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. I don't know. I love the fact that he's just staying at Akron.
Right.
Being
right.
mediocre.
Yep.
More coaches need to be like that.
I feel that. All right, you guys want to start wrapping up? I can run through the last little bit for the show. We're going to run through it with music. How's that sound? We like that?
I like music.
Ricky, I know you can't hear it, but the listeners can, hopefully. All right, so let's get some quick news and work our way out of here. So Alexander Mattison is expected to have a full recovery, even though he will be out for the remainder of the season. If anyone missed that, really scary injury up in Chicago that he had when he got tackled, landed right on his head. And actually, I know at least one Miami fan who did miss this because, I'm a Bears fan. He's a Miami fan. I gave him a call. It was about some work-related. He's like, oh, you calling to tell me that we tied? And I'm just like, it's like, oh, well, we all got out uninjured. I'm like, oh, no, not Alexander Mattison, bro. No, he actually had to have emergency surgery in Chicago, like when he went to the hospital. So definitely some sort of spinal issue that happened there, but he is expected to have that full recovery, which is great. We love to see it. We love to hear it. Ayuk is also expected to be good by week 6 of the 49ers, and Landon Dickerson is aiming for a week 1 return with a minor knee surgery. So we will see if that's correct or not. Don't know. Hey, happy birthday. We got TJ Edwards, Josh Downs, and Plaxico Burress here on the 12th. A big shot there. And also on today in football history on the 12th, 1995, the Bills played their first game in Toronto versus New Orleans, winning 14-6 in the preseason. And 1964, the NFL champion Chicago Bears triumphed over the college All-Stars with a 24-16 victory at Soldier Field when that used to be a thing. So, yeah, that is tough. It is what it is, though.
Oh, shout out James Cook actually deciding to go to work.
Oh, there you go. Love to see it.
Sucks he can't get paid. But
Yeah. All right, boys. Any last words? Any last thanks? Anything you want to shout to the world? This is your time. Let's hear it. Ricky, you got anything?
Birthday score for me tomorrow, gentlemen.
Godspeed.
Thank you. Y'all have a good week, and I cannot wait to share
NFL, baby.
my NFL pick. Cannot wait.
Expect the
Y'all have a good one,
unexpected.
gentlemen.
Have a good week. What about you, Tyler? Got any last words?
Couple things.
All right.
That was legit. I probably should have talked there. That
was perfect timing, and you botched it. Should I just end the show?
Hey.
No, I'm kidding. What you got, brother?
Man, I love grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese is great. What's for dinner? Is that what is for dinner for you?
I don't know, because I already had a burger.
Yeah, you did have a burger. I don't know what I'm going to eat. You know, she had ramen, almost burned down the house. So after that, so I got to go in there and figure out what I'm going to eat. But I don't know what's for dinner.
Probably the burnt water.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out. So.
Grilled cheese sounds good. How you eat your grilled cheese?
I like throwing some jalapenos in there. That's always the way to go. Lately, I've been enjoying doing a grilled cheese on the griddle outside. That's been the play. I've been taking grilled cheese outside on the griddle, having a really nice time with that. It's been excellent, top tier even.
Do you like it with tomato soup?
I'm fine with that. That's one of the only ways I'll have tomato soup. I don't eat tomato soup by itself. It's just not one of those.
That seems weird.
Yeah, it's not one of them soups that I go out of my way for to eat by itself, you know. So, yeah, absolutely. I will have a tomato soup with a grilled cheese. Christina will make a wonderful homemade tomato soup, and then we'll have grilled cheeses with it, and it's excellent. Put a couple cheeses in there.
She's not going to burn the house down with that one. Right?
No, thankfully no. No, she's a great cook. Her almost burning down the house was interesting take. I just expected there to be smoke because our smoke detector is incredibly sensitive to the point that if we're cooking anything that could have smoke, we have to take the smoke detector out of the room. Like, it's that bad. It's that sensitive. So that's what I thought it was, is that maybe it was just a little smoke or something. No, she's just like, no, there was actually fire. I'm like, what? Girl, oh my Lord.
I was wondering why I got a little hot over here.
Oh, okay. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Oh, anyway. All right, let's wrap up the show, though. Hey, hour 30. I like it. This is what we're going to try to do for every show going forward. This is not just a prediction thing. Even when we get back to regular ball, every single week, we're going to go 5 topics every week, timed 5 to 6 minutes, depending on how many people's on the show, and hopefully keep the show streamlined. That's what we're going to really try for, and even rotate hosts. That's something else we're going to be doing, so that's going to be fun, too.
So whenever I do, hey, good luck, y'all.
Yeah, good luck.
You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Looking forward to Tyler's first week doing the host. It's going to be fun. I can't wait.
I might pull a Jacob. I'm going to not show up.
Whoa, relax. Hopefully Jacob's okay. You know, JDL, it's a thing. It's a thing. JDL's a thing, brother. So just like ABL's a thing, you know. So you never know.
He just don't want to talk about Ohio State.
Yeah, he didn't want to get into the kitchen of what we were cooking when it came to Ohio State. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But hey, ATFS does have a Patreon now. Patreon.com/ATFS. If you for whatever reason cannot think of another better way to spend $5, but I can think of that for you. Just go to McDonald's, use the app or something, you know. Go get a 2 for $3 at Wendy's in the morning, you know, something simple. You don't have to give $5 to us, but if you want to, we'll do our best to make it a mediocre time at least. You know, it's a great way to waste some money if you're feeling froggy and you want to waste some money. Of course, check out some Rogue Energy with the referral link down below. Promo code Sparky30 at 10% off your order. If they have a different sale going on, no big deal. Use the referral link. You're still going to help out the brand. As well as go over to Sparky3shop.com and pick up some merch. Join the Discord to come chat with us. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, guys, have a good one.